started. Welcome to the Quantum Team Saturday training. My name is Charity. I'm a Senior Presidential Director with LifeWave, and we're going to have some fun today. I just got off a phenomenal vacation, which everyone needs to do vacation in their life. So make sure you book it. And I just want to go over some things as an entrepreneur, business owner, coming into the end of the year, maybe some things that will help you finish the year and then go into the new year that we're about to go into. And that's, can you believe it? It's only what, 2.5 weeks away, something like that. It's crazy how fast this year has gone. So I've been in network marketing for many, many, many years. And it's something that I always do at the end of the year. I reflect back. I look back on my business, look back on what things, first of all, what I do is I look back and see, okay, when I started, and I'm looking at myself, just not teams or anything else right now, but myself coming into 2023 to where we are today, what have I done and what progresses have I made for myself personally as a leader, as a person for my life that affects everything around me. And I always like to reflect. You know, one of the things that I love about John Maxwell years ago when I started following him and doing a lot of his trainings, and he has what he calls, and you probably all have heard him say this, he has a chair that he sits in every day and reflects on the day, reflects on that day's activities or whatever, or the day before, and then what he's going to do that day. And, you know, I do that every day. I love sitting, reflecting things, you know, because we're all working on so many things, our lives, our relationships, our business, our everything about us. And sometimes I think what we forget to do is stop and take time. Hey, where am I at in this? What do I need to do? Am I seeing changes in myself? You know, I'm just giving you an example, and not that I've ever been down this road, because I feel like I've never been an angry person, but this just came to me. So for instance, let's just say maybe you're a person that gets angry really quickly, and you recognize it. Number one, the first thing that you need to do is recognize what you're looking at. And then, all right, you know what? I really need to change it. I want to change it. I want to work on myself. And so you put things in place that you start working on yourself so that things don't trigger you, instead of responding in a way that you didn't like about how you were previously doing that. Now you respond in a way that, hey, you know what? I'm going to learn from this, or whatever the situation. So that's what I like to do. And then we're always growing. We're always growing and evolving, and getting to and it's not about being anybody better than anybody. It's just about being better than what I was a week ago, or a month ago, or a year ago. And that's what's called personal development. So you all know I'm really big into personal growth and development. It's why I am where I am today, because I embraced it and I said, you know what? I'm going to change me, because for things to change, I have to change. For things to get better, I have to get better. And if I don't like where I am in life, whether it is in my business, in my relationships, in my family, wherever, then I always look at me. I hold the mirror up and I'm like, okay, Charity, where are you in, and what is bugging you, whatever. So then I work on myself. And that is where you become a really, really strong leader, and you stand in your power and your strength. And I just believe as a child of God, a believer, that's where we ought to be. So anyway, going into the end of the year, going into the new year, I just encourage, reflect back. And sometimes you may not see a big change, and that's okay, because we're all learning. We are all in this together. And I love what Onyx always tells us. You know what? All ships rise in a rising tide. We just lock arms, we work together. That's what I love about it, because everybody is at a different place in life. So reflect back, and then start looking into, okay, 2024 is coming right around the corner. Where do I want my business to take? And many times, and I will tell you all this, and I'll probably do it again, I start over. And probably some of you are thinking, why do you start over? Because I just, you know what? Teams are growing, leaders are stepping up, they're doing what we've showed them and trained them, and they're following the system, and now they're doing what we do. That's what you want. That is totally what you want. You know what? I just came off of 2 weeks of vacation, and it was so heartwarming and exciting to see the leaders in my organization just doing the do, leading their team. And that is what this network marketing is all about, honestly. So think about it. Take some time, even if it's 5 minutes, and start reflecting. Okay, what is it that I really want to do? And maybe some of you on the call today, you are, you know what? I piddled around with this. I've been in and out. I've not really been focused. I've not really been engaged. You know, I made a little money, but I need to make more, blah, blah, blah. Wherever you are, then okay, here's the thing. The first thing you have to do is decide. You have to make a decision, because you know what? Nobody can do it for you. It is up to you. If it's to be, it's up to me. If it's for you, it's up to you. And nobody can make that decision. And you know, we say this so many times. If you treated this business as if you put in $250,000 or $500,000 or $1 million into this business, your business would be at a whole different level. But it's really easy when you don't put that type of money into a business to just kind of play around with it. If you really don't, I don't really know, what I want to do with it, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just want to share some things with you today, because coming out of 2023, going into 2024, listen, your life totally can change in another positive way. And this is what I love about it. And you all know me by now. I am not afraid to talk about money. I'm not afraid to talk about the things that some people don't want to, because it's like, oh my gosh, we're in a network marketing business. We shouldn't be making money. We should just be giving our services away. No, this is a business. Treat it like a business. And when you start treating it like a business, things change. And that, again, is just I believe, a perception that, for whatever reason. But here's the thing is, I tell people we have two gifts. We have the gift of this incredible patch, this X39, and then we have the gift of the business. And you all know my story. I said with my mouth out loud to those training me when I came in 2 years, 7 months ago, right? I said to them, don't ever, just get it out of your language right now. Don't ever talk to me about the business, because I will never do it. So get it off the plate. Let's just make sure we're all on the same playing field right now. That's what I said to them. They said, okay. But I said, but a lot of people need the product. So I need to just share the product with them, because honestly, I didn't really think I would ever make a dime, because I worked so hard in other network marketing business to make $500 a month. That was my first goal, is to make $500 every 2 weeks so I could get out of my corporate job working for a pharmaceutical company on the East Coast. And I went to work for my job, got there at 7 o'clock in the morning. I got home in the afternoon, literally many times would make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and went out the door working for this other network marketing company. This is the first network marketing company I really, really sank my teeth into and knew that it could change my life. And I went out the door and sometimes did not get home till 11 o'clock at night. And I did that every day until I was making $500 every 2 weeks so I could quit my corporate job. And that I was committed. I'm like, I'm doing this. I don't care. And I did everything they told me to do, because I didn't know what to do. And I was involved in so many personal growth things. Listen, I was a mess. I was a total mess years ago. And probably some of you are thinking, yeah, you're still a mess. Yeah, that's okay. At least I have a little bit of direction in my life. But anyway, that's where I started. And I just kept being consistent. And so many times I just like, I'm starting over. I'm starting over. I'm starting over. It's like one of the etch-a-sketch games or little boards we used to play with. We'd draw things on it, and then we'd clear the paper. That's kind of like what I think. I'm going to clear the paper now and start over. And so that's what I do. I still do that. Why do I do that? Because we've got teams going, and now I'm going to go in. I'm going to start doing the 20 people again. I'm going to sign up 20 people on my left and right, and just continue to do it again, because I would just want to help more people. Listen, we have such a phenomenal gift. some of the testimonies that came to me this last week are absolutely, you just can't make this stuff up. And we have to get it out to the world. And we're still on the very, very edge of everything. So with that being said, I know a lot of things have changed and are changing with corporate, putting things in place. And so I want to go over just a couple of those things real quick with you before I talk about some other things. So as many of you probably are aware, and you received the email, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this so that everybody can see it. This is the email that we received this week about the new platform for customer service. And so if you've called into customer service, you've already probably seen that you need to provide your ID number, your birth date, and then they will get you to the right support. So this is, and what they've done is they put things in place to answer questions that will take a lot of what was clogging up the phone system. And a lot of those things can be answered through, different prompts. So make sure that this is all a good thing. Some of us don't like change, but change is good. Don't be afraid of change. So anyway, that was put in place this week. So that should also help free up when you need to talk to a live person. And then also remember this, you know what, if you're finding that you're having need help with something more detailed or something, reach out to the person above you and let that manager, let that director, let that person that is helping and mentoring you, let them help you with that, because we don't want you to be on the phone for hours and hours and hours trying to figure things out or whatever. That's what we are here for. And the other thing too is know that corporate is hiring people. They are hiring more people all the time. But I think Garrett said it takes like 3 to 4 weeks for people, when they hire someone for customer service, to start training them and then onboarding them. So there is a time. So I just, I give them grace. And I know we all get frustrated at times, but you know what? I will tell you this. In that company that I was telling you that I was with years ago, learning and my journey, we had the same issues. We were growing like wildfire. And we had the same issues. And it's just, I just call it growing pains. So have grace, have mercy, and, we're going to get through it and it's all going to be good. So that being said, now, the other thing I will tell you that there's, they'll be coming out with, I'm trying to remember what today is. Today is Saturday. I think Monday they're coming out with another promotion that you all will want to get on board with, because it's going to be a big, big deal. So, just because it's the holidays, don't stop your business. Many people, if you have a brick and mortar building, they're closed. I don't even know when Christmas is this week. I'm just telling you, I don't know when it is this month. But anyway, they may be closed the day before and the day after or whatever. And that's okay. We want you to enjoy your family time. But you know what? People don't shut down. And this is such a great gift. You can gift, the X39 to some of your family members or your friends. So don't forget that you have things at your fingertips that make really, really, really great gifts for people. Maybe they have animals. So don't forget about that. And they work really good in stocking stuffers, right? So, but don't shut down. And then so many people will say to me, oh, well, people are busy. Well, you know what? When I was building this business over 2 years ago, and I started building this business, I just built right through November, December. I built right through. I didn't even think about people because people still were signing up. So here's the thing is, don't make the decision for them. Okay. You think they might be busy, but a lot of people are at home. They don't have a lot going on. And some people still don't even want to go out of the house. So don't let that stop you. And you know what? If they are busy, they'll tell you, hey, you know what? Get back with me after Christmas or whatever. Okay, perfect. But don't let that stop you. Don't let that slow you down. The holidays are here. Bust right through them. I'm telling you, 2024 is going to be absolutely incredible for those who embrace it. And again, we are just on the cutting edge with LifeWave. So, all right. So that's coming up. The other thing too is we're in the trips. So many of you have already won the trips. It's very exciting. some of the things that you need to get on those trips. I think executive director is one. I don't know. Honestly, I have not looked at them lately. I just go work and I just keep doing the do. But whatever that goal is for you, take your team, go. And again, you've heard me say this. If you don't like to travel, win the trips anyway, because if you earn those trips, you don't have to go. But if you earn those trips, I'm just telling you, your business is going to be at an exponential place that you will be amazed at what has happened financially and the testimonies that start rolling in for you. And you know what? Those testimonies from people, man, they're just life-changing. You just have to go tell another person. So the trips, we're still in all that. They're going to be fantastic. And there's 3 trips that you can all earn. So, and again, I will always put this out there. If you don't know how to earn them, you can still earn them. Let us help you. We will help put a strategy in place for you to show you what it is you have to do. And you all know the building block, which we're going to be talking about here in just a minute. So anyway, the trips. So here's the thing, write this down, reflect. Number 1, reflect. Reflect on the good. And yeah, you know what? We all have bumps in the road. Okay. But those bumps in the road, what can I learn from them? And what could have I maybe done different to help myself get through them? Journal, log. I love writing. Okay. And then going into 2024, sometimes people think that they have to have this big, elaborate vision in front of you. Sometimes the small things is what's going to just get you to that next step. So with that being said, all right. So let's talk about, and I want to pull this up here, going into this next 2024. Now, I love this chart. And I think everybody can see it, the 2020 vision, your 90-day goal. And again, when 2024 comes into play, January 1st, this is what my goal will be. And I will be doing the 90-day goal again to get, even though I'm a senior presidential director, okay, I will always be that, but I'm going to do this again, have my 2020 vision, and my 90-day goal will get to senior director. Okay. What will that do for my business? Accelerated again. I'll be helping more people. And people will say to me, why do we do 20 people on the left and 20 people on the right? Well, here's why. Because numbers wise, first of all, the more people you tell about, the more lives you're going to change, right? Number 1, you're going to be helping people. And why would you if you had a brick and mortar building, you wouldn't want 10 people relying on 10 people to build that business and to grow it to $1 million business, would you? Of course not. The more people it's all the numbers. I don't care what business it is, whether you have a business online or a business at a brick and mortar building, it's all about numbers. So you have to have the numbers. The more people you have coming in your door, the bigger your business is going to be. That's how it works. We all know that. So 20 people on your left, 20 people on your right. From a business standpoint, numbers wise, usually at least 1, if not 2 or 3 of those people on the left and the people on the right will want to do the business. Now, if you think about it, if just 1 on the left and the right wanted to do this business like you did, think about where your business will be. That's how it works. And the other thing is, then you say, okay, well, then is that all I have to do? Well, why would you want to stop at 20? But here's what a lot of people will do. They start building, and they get the first person they get to is manager. Of course, that's the simple process. This right here is our business building block. This is how easy it is. Now, some people will just be perfectly fine at manager because it pays for their patches, and that is great. But you know what else happens many times? They get to manager, they're fine, they've shared with a few people, they don't really want to build a huge business, they're just fine at manager. But you know what? Life changes. And maybe a year later, they call you and go, you know what? I've lost my job, or this has happened, and I can do this business. So many times that happens. and be okay with that when people just want to get to manager. But you know, what we've learned from Onyx is the more managers you help get, the more people you help get to manager, the bigger your organization is going to be, because this business, this is the building block. So think about that. What is a building block? It's a block, line upon line, block upon block upon block, that builds a strong organization, managers. And you want to help people get to manager as quickly as you can. That happens many times in the first 1 to 2 days people sign up. Now, let's just talk about this a second. Don't put this business into a box that this is the only way that you can do it. What do I mean by that? So let's say that you love home meetings, which I love. That's a tool, right? Home meetings are a tool. You love home meetings, and let's just say I'm bringing Bill into the business, and Bill's already telling me, you know, I've got people that I love, you know, I want to tell they're, you know, that they're good friends of mine, or I work with them, blah, 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 blah. And maybe he doesn't even want to, doesn't see the business opportunity at all, but he wants to share with his influence around him. And if I live close, I would say, hey, Bill, why don't we do this? You know what? It's the holidays. Invite him over for some hors d'oeuvres, or, and again, you don't have to have food involved, but it's the holidays, right? Invite him over and let me come in and just share them with them a little bit about LifeWave. You know what? Let's just do a little presentation for them. Let's just do a little, hey, look what I found. And get Bill to invite his friends. You go over, and this presentation does not have to be long, 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Start talking with people. And usually you can help Bill get to manager that night. I'm just saying. Bill does not want to do the business. Do you know how many people that I'm telling you what I just told you, and we may have not done it in a home, but we've done it through a Zoom or literally calls, and they'll go, you know what? I think there's a business opportunity on the end of this. Yeah, there is. And they're big business people. They're people that have a very successful business. And they'll go, you know what? This would be a great another stream of income. And he wasn't thinking about that. So don't just focus on one tool. Think about if you were a builder or a plumber, you would have a belt of tools. And depending on the situation would be the tools that you pulled out of the belt. And that's what we do. It might be a Zoom call. It might be a three-way call. It might be a meeting at a coffee shop. It might be having a few people over to your house. It might be going to a place and helping that person. Don't discount all the tools in your box, and don't think it has to be this way, because there are ways that we can build the business. You know, this is something that I've done for people in this exact situation. You might be thinking, I am brand new. I don't even know I can't even talk myself out of a wet paper bag. What do I say? Okay. I've done this for people. I said, here's what we're going to do. Get them together. They're thousands of miles away. Get them together in your living room. Let's set up a Zoom. I will Zoom in on the Zoom. Oh, perfect. We've done that. Do you know what happened that night? After I finished, they wrapped it up. You know, I worked with them on how to wrap it up. I told them how to get the product. They were all ready to get the orders. They had everything in line. And then I got off the call and they finished it and got all the orders. So even if you're brand new, you don't have a clue on what to say, you don't have a clue on what to do, there's ways we can help you do that. So wherever you are, reach out to those that are helping you. Reach out to your manager, your director, your presidential director, your SPD. We will help you. It is so easy. And the other thing, you can do this around the world because we have Zoom, okay? So tools, think about your toolbox, but don't just think, I have to do it this way. That's going to limit your business. So manager. So what will I do come the first of the year? I'm going to make myself manager again. I'm going to put 2 people on the left, 2 people on the right. And then I'm going to start. And the other thing is, remember, this is to I'm trying to look for my little sheets here. I pulled up this one. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the 90 Days to Senior Director. Let me find it. Let me just do this right and find it for you all. Print out your roadmap, and you all have heard me talk about the roadmap. Give me 1 second. I'm going to find the roadmap here. I thought it was on that form. But print out your roadmap so you know right here. All right, so let's go back in here and look at this. Let me go back and share my screen. Everybody needs a roadmap. Yep, or we don't know where we're going. So everybody that you're working with, you want to make sure they have this roadmap. Print it out. If they can't, if they're just learning, send it to them. I don't care how you get it to them. And then start filling in the blanks. This is how easy it is. So when I get these blanks filled in, I'm going to go to page 2, and I'm going to be looking for somebody on my left and somebody on my right who I can help get to manager. Okay. Now, do I stop doing this? No, I will continue to keep putting people on my left and my right. Now, let me go back to here. Remember, this is our vision 2020. So when I do 2 on my left and 2 on my right, I'm not stopping. I continue to keep my vision before me. Now I'm also going to help people on my left and my right get to manager as I keep the vision in front of me. Okay. Then we all know what happens next. When I find a manager on my left and a manager on my right, I've signed up more people. Then I'm going to go to the 3rd roadmap of senior director. And senior director is finding 2 directors. Now, let's talk about that a second, because when you become a director, and we know what a director means right here. A director is when you have a manager on your left and a manager on your right. Now, these are personally sponsored people, okay? So when you're looking at your organization and one of your legs comes from above, okay? One of your legs is the same leg as your sponsor's leg. You want to make sure that when you're looking at your organization, you are looking at everybody that you have personally sponsored and underneath, okay? So all the people in that leg, or in that leg that comes from above, comes from your sponsor, you are only, when you're talking about structure and building your business, because you want a strong structure, you don't want it in the sand where a wave's going to come along and totally take your structure down immediately. We want to build really, really strong. You are only looking at your personally sponsored. So many of you on this call, you may have hundreds of people on one leg that comes from above. Yes, you're getting points from them. Yes, you're getting cycling from them. But all those people are not building your structure. And that's what you need to focus on. You need to get past all of those hundreds of people, or however many people's on there. And you only look at people that you sponsored on down. That's where your structure is coming in. Now, your personal structure is with your personally sponsored people. Okay. So these holes here that you are going to fill in is our personally sponsored, who I personally sponsor and enroll under me. And I don't give people away. People know that. We don't create that behavior. We are business builders, and we're going to, here's the thing is, if you enable people, learn from me. I did this years ago, and I worked very hard, and I built everybody else's business. And in that situation, I did not earn 1 penny. And they earned significantly more income than me, because I thought I wanted to help them, because I was going to thought, this was my thought process. Okay. One was was a person in my family, actually several people in my family. Well, you know what? If I can just help them and they can start making money, then they'll really want to be engaged in this business. All I can tell you is I did gave all the people away that I was bringing in and signed them up underneath them. And they never wanted to do the business. Now I had to take care of those people because I was not going to let those people just go away. I had to take care of them. They made money. They didn't care if one of my family members didn't even take the money out. It never works. When we enable people, it never works. They have got to want it. So learn lessons from some of us. I could write a book on what not to do in network marketing. But anyway, so if when they get it and when they decide they want to embrace, then it's going to go really well for them. And you know, the only person that's going to be frustrated in that situation is you, because now you're helping all of these people. And yes, in LifeWave, it's a little different, but in that organization, honestly, I did not earn one penny because I couldn't get my structure built because I was giving everybody away. So we don't advocate that. But anyway, look at your personally sponsored. Who have you personally sponsored? And then underneath them, okay? That's where you want the structure. Now, can you imagine this? You're a director, and let's say you have 3 managers on the left and 3 managers on the right. Think about it. And some of you, you may have built a manager on your left and a manager on your right. And, you know, one of these managers only has 4 people right now. And maybe this one here went on vacation for 2 months and didn't need their auto ship, so it shut off, but they only built 2 and 2. Yes, what knows what happens. Now that manager is out of rank. And now you're out of rank. But when you have managers, it's not going to be a problem. That's why you want to build really, really solid. Going into the new year, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go back into your organization, binary tree viewer, pull reports, and see who is it just go through your tree. Maybe you've signed up Sally and you didn't even realize she signed up 3 people. Go into your organization and see, you know what's going on? Who can I help going into the 2024? And give them a shout out, give them a call. Hey, you know what? It's 2024. I just wanted to touch base with you. You know, I'm really excited, blah, blah, blah. I see that you signed up 3 people. And again, go with the conversation, but let them know that you are there to help them. You will be amazed. Things are shifting all over the world. How many people need this business? All right. So go, I encourage you, take time, go in your tree, pull some reports, and start making a list of maybe people to start reaching out to. As you start making a list of, okay, I'm going to do this. I need more. Maybe you're a director. I need more managers. All right. Who can you help get to manager? Get your structure strong. You all know I talk about this a lot because I have people that have built very strong. And I can think of one lady right now. You know her. I can't remember if she's in Utah or Idaho. I always get those places mixed up. But she has built her structure so strong. She's a phenomenal senior presidential director. She is solid. Listen, the wind can come and her structure is not going to fall away because of what she's doing. And you know what she's doing? Helping her team do the same thing. And that's what you want. So structure, build strong. But you know what? Go through, reflect, go back. Let's see what we can do. I will be doing the very same thing. I will be going through my tree. And you know, maybe Sally, life happened and she got to director and life happened. And, you know, maybe someone in her family got sick or, you know, whatever. Hey, Sally, connect with them, because you know what also happens many times, and it happens without us even realizing this, is Sally, you know, falls off because life happened and then we're not connecting with them maybe. And we just kind of maybe forget about them a little bit. Go back and just say, you know what, let's reconnect. How can I help you? Again, you're going to match where they are. We're not going to pull them, you know, we're not going to push them. We're not going to try to get them there when maybe they're not ready, but we want them to know that we're here for them. And maybe it's time for them that get back re-engaged. You just never know. A lot of things happen in the new year. So with that being said, get your roadmap out, but dust it off, print a new one. Sometimes we have to print a new one because it gets all crinkly and wrinkly and whatever. Print your new roadmap and let's get off on with the 2024 with the new year correctly. And then let's see, we got senior director. Now, here's what I wanted to say. Now, you can qualify as a senior director with both directors on one leg. We know that, okay? So I'm going to eliminate any confusion right now, because if you'll read the policy, your directors do not have to be on one leg on one the left and one on the right. But from a business standpoint, okay, you do want a director on your left and a director on your right, because these directors will go to senior presidential director. And we know that after senior director, it's all about the points. Now, don't just keep your structure built on what got you to senior director. Okay, what do I mean by that? As a senior director, to get there, you need two directors that you have personally sponsored. Okay, now, if you just rely on these two directors to get you to the top of the company, that's not wise business. It will get you there. And yes, go for it. But that's why you keep building, because you want more than one director or two directors that you personally sponsored. Why? Because of what I just said. What if life happens to them and something, they can't work this business for maybe 6 months and their structure is not real as solid yet because they're just building? Then this one, think about the sand on the beach. Sand comes along and it totally washes out that structure and it collapses. That's why you want to build, 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 build. Okay. So build as many directors, again, to the top. And after senior director, it's all about points, but keep building that structure strong. Now, yes, you can get to director or senior director with two directors on your left or two directors on your right. But the reason we show it this way is to max compensation out. And you want, bottom line, you're looking for a builder on your left and a builder on your right that you have personally sponsored, that once this business is bad or worse than you. Bottom line. You're looking for somebody on your left and somebody on your right that you have personally sponsored that want this business is bad or worse than you. Okay. And when that happens, this person, this director here, we'll just call this director here right now. And this director, these two directors are going to be doing everything you're doing. They're going to be duplicating everything you're doing. They're going to be building the way you told them, the way we built. I have done nothing different than what Onyx taught me over 2.5 years ago, because it works. Okay. So these directors, we want to help them, and they do exactly the duplication. Duplication is a key. Duplication is a key. But if you do have two directors on one leg, great. Get to the top, but find somebody else to start building that other leg. Because again, it's about helping you max out the compensation plan. So I hope that helps you all with that. But yes, you can. I will repeat this one more time. You can get to senior director if both directors are on one leg. But to max compensation plan, you want them one on the left and one on the right. Okay. Now, let's just say, let me just go back. And since I mentioned this, I'm going to go back and find this, this right here. This is the one I want, this right here. Okay. Let's just talk about the compensation plan for a little bit. All right. So and if you see it down here. So when you get to senior director, and you have your two directors that you've personally sponsored, and then you have to have 10,000 B as in boy, V volume, business volume. Okay. So I want to explain what that BV is so that everybody understands that. All right. Your BV that helps promote you to senior director, executive director, presidential director, and SPD. Because after senior director, as you can see down here, distributor rank qualifications, it's all about the points. Okay. Now, those points and the business volume comes from anybody that you have sponsored on down. So some of you may have hundreds of people that have come down from your, the person you've sponsored. Okay. Overflow from the top. We all have it. Those points that you're getting to cycle on from above you are not points that will be in your 10,000 BV or your 50,000 or 100 or 200,000 to get you to that next rank. All right. The BV, the business volume, comes from who you sponsored and everybody underneath. They sponsored, you sponsored A sponsors B sponsors C sponsors D. I don't care how many levels it is. That's where your business volume comes, and that's what's going to help you promote. So that's why when we talk about legs, and you all know I don't talk about legs when I sponsor people, because I put people where they need to be. It's a business. Both legs are equal. In my eyes, both legs are equal because both legs are powerful, and both legs, if you're working this business, are going to be just as powerful as the other. Many of you don't know this. My right leg comes from above. My left leg comes from me. My left leg that I started with me has been stronger for over 2 years than my right leg that came from above. Okay. In points and cycling. Now, so I was in, and now I've got a runner on my right leg and it's now flipped, but you all understand that. So I don't look, I look at my legs as two equal legs. Yeah, one comes from above. I'm really grateful for that. But I always look at personally sponsored. What have I done on down? So your BV is everybody that you personally sponsored on down. That's the points that's going to help you get to the top of the company. Okay. As you build those managers. So as a senior director, you need 10,000. And usually what happens is when you become a senior director, you are right at the cusp of executive director. Many times people will go from senior director right to executive director in the same promotion. Sometimes it'll take a couple weeks and then they'll click over because they'll have the 50,000 points. But many times because it just happens. It happens because those directors are doing what you told them to do. They're duplicating everything that you've told them to do. All right. So senior director, executive, and then we know that from executive director on up, it's just about the points. You keep building managers. You see how you're starting to get your organization really, really strong. The winds come along. Nothing's going to rock your organization. Nothing's going to rock your business because you have made it so strong with managers and directors. You're going to be on a very, very, very solid foundation. And that's what you want. So I just wanted to come in today and share with you going out of the new year. Don't stop. People are still looking for things. I don't care if it is close to Christmas. People are still enrolling. People are still signing people up. Great gifts to be given, great stocking stuffers, whatever it is. I know corporate is coming out with some things on Monday. I'm sure they'll all be put out for everybody to see on Sunday evening. Watch your email, watch the channels. We'll be putting out those promotions. You will want to hop on board and ride it into the new year. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to share with you going in. Join arms with us. I'm starting over January 1st. I start over, and we just build another organization inside our organization. It's just that fun, and it's just that simple. I am so excited to be working with everyone. I absolutely sometimes just sit with tears of joy and gratefulness at what this product has done for my life, for the people around me, for people I know, for humans, for animals, for everybody. And then also what the business has done for people that's in my life. And I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful that I was shown it. I was given the opportunity. And then, you know what? I was open to looking at the opportunity. Can you imagine? I can't imagine it. I can't imagine my life not have accepting it as much as I said no. But that's just how God is just good. That's where my belief is, and he's just good. And I'm glad that he just showed me and I was open to receiving it. So we have so many great things ahead of us. And again, look at your toolbox. Don't just focus on one tool. You know, we have the calls on the quantum field calls on Monday, Wednesday. That's a tool that you use. We have Zooms. We have three-way calls. We can do it getting together at a coffee shop. We can gather people in people's homes. These are tools. Get your toolbox and your tool belt full of tools. So when that person, you're working with them, you know exactly which tool that you need to pull out. Because again, we focus on the 39. We keep it very, very simple. And that is going to, and anybody can do it. Absolutely anybody. Listen, if I can do this, anybody can do this. Anybody. And I will just clear this up really quick, because some people will think, well, you had a business and you had all these people. Do you guys know what? I have never, yeah, there's people that come in my office and they're on the patches. But I thought about this. I thought, you know what? I have a whole file full of names. I have never gone back to any of those people that might not be coming into my office anymore because of moving or wherever, life changing. I've never even contacted them. It was all people that I just knew, that I worked with, knew from the past, that I called. I didn't have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that I went out and started sharing this with. And you let me just tell you all something. When I came in, some of you may not know this story, but 2020 vision, interesting how this all worked. We didn't even have that chart back then, okay? But I came in, was not going to do the business, and I did not have any money. I was saving every dime I had with the situation I was in, and every dime was precious to me. Do you understand? I was very careful on how I spent any money. Yes, I needed the product. I like, here, put it on my credit card right now. I don't care. I'll get it paid off. But there was a promotion that was an individual promotion, not from the company, but it was from one of the leaders that said, and I was 3 days into getting in on this promotion. So I signed up and they said, oh, by the way, if you give us 20 names, and they, long story short, I'm not even going what the promotion was, but if you gave us 20 names and you talked to 20 people, they were going to gift me an X39 sleeve. I said, what? If I talk to 20 people, like just tell them about it and give you those names of the 20 people, they weren't going to call them, okay? But if I gave you the names of those 20 people, you're going to give me an X39 sleeve? Are you kidding me? That's $100. I said to the person that signed me up, I said, that would give me another month of these patches. Are you kidding me? That was big to me. So what did I do? I got on the phone and I started calling. I gave them my 20 names of people I contacted. They sent me a sleeve. That's how it all started for me. 2020 vision. I was halfway there. I had 10 on the left, 10 on the right. I kept doing it. I just did it over. It didn't get another sleeve, but do you understand what I'm saying? That's how significant. And again, remember me, I was not going to do the business, but they were going to give me a sleeve. Are you kidding me? That's $100. I needed it. I didn't have money. My whole life changed because of that, what I did. Just saying. What is it? Reflect. Put some things on paper. Contact us. Contact your manager. Contact your director. Let us know how we can help you. And there might be some brand new people on here going, I don't even know what to do. I work 2 jobs. I don't even know when I could do this. Let us help you find it in the nooks and the crannies of your life. Because honestly, if you only work this business a couple hours a week, your life will change financially. It does not take much. So with that being said, I just want to wish you all a very, very, very happy holiday. Merry Christmas to everyone. We love you all. We are here for you. I know we have another Saturday or 2 before the end of the year, but I was just privileged and honored to come on today and share with you some of my things that I do at the end of the year, going into the new year, and how I just kind of set myself and then grab your leaders, talk to them, have team meetings, collaborate between the smaller groups of you. We're here all to help you. Onyx is amazing, and what she's put together for all of us. And so I just want to wish you all a very blessed rest of the 2023 and 2024. Grab your bootstraps, hang on, because it is going to be incredible. One of Onyx's goals, and let me tell you, she is a person of her word and she does it. She wants to help everyone succeed, everyone in their health and in their wealth. And so if wherever you are, if it's a little bit or a lot is significant, you're in the right place. So with that being said, God bless you all. Thank you all for joining us today. Have an incredible weekend, and we will see you Monday night's call, and have an incredible day. Bye-bye, everyone.